Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. President Biden's calling Trump's bluff. He said, as far as debating anytime, any place, and Joe Biden said, "Okay, fine, let's do it. Let's do it." There's a video here. I'll put it in the comment section. It's a short clip of Joe Biden. It's really funny. Like he said, "I beat you twice in 2020," which he did, by the way. Remember all the talk from the MAGA, Trump's going to kill him. Trump debated him. There were actually three debates set. The first one, remember, he kept interrupting Biden. He couldn't get anything in. Biden won that easily. Then Trump got COVID, and then they debated the third time, and Biden beat him again. So he beat him twice already, and they're ready to go again. And Biden says, "I hear you're free on Wednesdays." That's too funny. If you know the references, Trump's court case, he has Wednesdays off. So it's pretty funny. Okay. Now, these are the questions that ought to be asked. By the way, there's going to be some rules, like no audience, I believe, would be one. And they will shut off their microphone if you go over. Like, do you remember the go back? And you don't want to go back. It's a horror show watching that first Trump Biden debate. It was a disaster. And by the way, I used to be very interested in debates. You know, I have a background in journalism, and I used to watch all of those debates. I found them fascinating, going back to the Kennedy Nixon in 1960, watching film, all of the debates, and that was a joke. It was a freak clown show, just like anything Trump touches is a joke. All right, so let's get right into this. This is a list from Ben Meiselas, excuse me, from the MeidasTouch. By the way, I love that guy. If you're not subscribed, if you haven't heard, the Meiselas brothers, Ben and Brett and Jordy, they're great. MeidasTouch, Michael Popak, Karen Friedman, Agnifilo, on and on and on. Absolutely terrific. Ron Filipkowski's there as well. So here we go. Let's dive right into it. These are the questions right up here. Mr. Trump, do you accept you lost the 2020 election? Mr. Trump, will you pardon the J6 prisoners if elected? Mr. Trump, do you condemn the actions of those who stormed the Capitol on J6? Mr. Trump, would you take the United States out of NATO? Mr. Trump, what world leader do you admire the most? Mr. Trump, are you proud you put Supreme Court justices in that overturned Roe versus Wade? Mr. Trump, do you think the American people will support your plan to become dictator on day one? Mr. Trump, do you think talking about being a dictator is something a candidate for the presidency should be doing? Mr. Trump, who would be the people you would appoint in your cabinet? Mr. Trump, why do you think your own VP, Chief of Staff, Defense Secretary, etc., doesn't support you? Mr. Trump, do you think it's appropriate to call women a woman? Women horseface? Mr. Trump, you said grabbing women by their genitals without consent is locker room talk. Do you think that's funny? Mr. Trump, don't think NATO or Russia would be a better ally for the United States? Do you? Mr. Trump, is there anything you have regretted when you were in office? This is why Trump is all bluster and won't debate once it comes down to it. He will make up an excuse like always. All right. There you go. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.